everybody. Happy Saturday. Hello, happy Saturday the 16th. My hair's still wet. I'm a little bit rushed today because for reasons which are too complicated to go into, I had to run 9 miles before I did this class. So I've only just got back. So I've only just had time for a shower and to change my clothes. So while we wait, I'm just having a cup of tea. I'm sorry, I can't not. I'll have to wait until 11 o'clock, but I need a cup of tea. I don't really have anything to say, really. I just want to sit down and a cup of tea. Would anybody like to type me any questions about anything? Somebody asked me about back pain the other day, so I was able to sort of suggest a couple of exercises. Anything else? I do. Sometimes it's only the thought of a cup of tea at the end of the run that keeps me going, Nikki. Nikki said 9 miles. Oh my God, you certainly need that cup of tea. I do. It wasn't actually 9, it was 8.8 because I should have been up in the north of Scotland today doing a relay marathon, but of course it was cancelled. Last year I did the full marathon. This year I was doing it in a team of 3, and so we decided that we would, hello Edred Smith, yes, I've just done 9 miles, 8.8 miles, Edred. Yes, so the three of us in a team, one who lives in Todmorden, one in Glasgow, and me in Manchester. And so we decided that we would do the race anyway in our own little towns and things. And so we each decided to do 8.8. Only I, being a bear of very little brain, somehow got it into my head that it was tomorrow we were doing it. And then I suddenly realised that it was today we were doing it. So the other two are all like, yay, we're going to, and I thought, oh, goodness me, I've got the class to do. So I had to go out as early as I could, not as early as I would have done if I'd done it tomorrow, but I had to rush out at 8:30 and do the course and then get back here and have a quick shower. And that's the saga of my run. So that last half a mile was very hard. But then this time last year, I did 26.2 miles. So there we go. No, I don't have jelly beans. Not for a measly 8-mile run. Maybe for a 26-miler row. But anyway, yes, so. Yes, I'm going to relax after this, Elizabeth. Oh, the rest of my Saturday is going to be doing nothing. So, what time is it now? How is it going? Are you feeling fitter? You could type up, yes. This gets worse by the minute. Running at 8:30 a.m. Can't bring myself to even. Well, when we were doing the Cape, when we did the real marathon last year at the Cape, it was at Cape Wrath or Wrath, depending on how you want to say it. We had to set off at, I think it was 6:15, because depending how long it takes you to do a marathon, and it takes me, it took me 5 hours, 48 minutes and 54 seconds. I've got it on my wall. So you have to, so that the marshals aren't standing there for hours and hours and hours into the night, we had to set off about 6:15 in the morning. But I'm a morning person, so it doesn't really matter. Hello, Delia. Glad. Is your knee better now? I'm glad. See, if you set off at 6 and you do it, you're back in time for lunch. But the Cape Wrath one is interesting because you go down, you get a boat that takes you across the sound to the Cape itself. You can get there by road, but you have to do a huge detour. We go from Durness up in the north of Scotland. So it takes you across on the boat, and then you run 11 miles over the Cape up to the lighthouse, which is, you'll hear it mentioned on the weather forecast. And then you run round the lighthouse and you go back down to the boat, and they stop the clock, and you get back in the boat and you go across back over to Durness, and then you run up to the community hall, which is another 4.2 miles. So it's an interesting marathon. Right. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling fitter from the classes. I am. I've said this before. I am as well. People think because I run, I must be really, really fit, but I am. But I do the other. I run consistently, but I do all the other stuff a bit sporadically. Right. It is. I'm going to be a bit gentle today. So it's just after 11. So I'll just have a last swig of tea. So anybody that's new, if you need a chair, well, everybody should have a chair. Don't forget your chair and your band if you've got one. If you need to sit in the chair, most of the exercises can be done sitting down. There's a couple that maybe you have to adapt or can't be adapted, but all the rest can be done sitting down. So we're just going to start walking on the spot, nice and gentle. Toes, just on your toes if you can. Just lifting your feet off the ground a little bit. Don't forget your arms, because you need to mobilize your shoulders. I have to say I feel quite warmed up and mobilized this morning, but anyway, my watch is sliding about. I'm getting skinny wrists. Right. And then if you can do it together, put your hands on your shoulders. You can keep walking or stop. If you want to stop, that's fine. But if you want to, keep walking and then stretch up. Oh, that feels quite nice. If you can't get your arms by your ears, only to there or there, that's absolutely fine. Don't force them. Nothing should be forced. Down to your shoulders, push out to the side, back in, push forward, back in, up to the ceiling, down, out, in, forward and back. Right, let's start our little routine. So, heel digs, remember? And then at the same time, you anchor your elbows and you do a bicep curl, the opposite arm and leg. So it's a heel dig and a bicep curl at the same time. So make sure your elbows are anchored. I'm going to do 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Right, out to the side. And prayer hands. And push out to the side as you do. That's it. Nice and gently. 3, 2, 1. And then we're just going to take a step back. And at the same time, have your hands at your chest. You're going to push your hands out. Splay your fingers. You have to bend your static knee as well. So this one's good because it's quite balancy, because it's an unusual movement, stepping backwards. And as you go down like that, you're pushing your weight on this knee, so your thighs are getting a bit of exercise. You're mobilizing your knee because your knees are going. And you're getting your arms mobilized, your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Last one, we're just going to do toe taps, just a little toe tap. And at the same time, elbows are anchored, and you're going to do opposite arm bicep curl. Bring your arm down, the arm you're not using, bring that down, because that's mobilizing your elbows. Pointing your toe, that's mobilizing your ankles. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Right. Put Put your hand on your shoulder. Remember the pencil that's sticking out your elbow, so it's against the wall, imaginary wall. And we're going to do 5 big circles to full range of movement, or as full as you can. 4, 5, and then forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. And the other one. Just check that your elbow is sticking out. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Just before we go into the, no, we'll do a twist. Put our hands out like this, feet hip width apart. We're just going to loosen up the waist a bit. Just doing this is actually quite good. Remember, I'm going to do this. Remember we did this one. Do this one for a start. Don't turn sideways. I'm turning sideways, so as you can see. Hands on your, bend your knees a bit. Hands on your knees. And then, what am I trying to say? Arch your back. This is a cat. Look between your legs. Your head should be able to get between your legs. And then that's breathing out, and then breathe in. And you dip your back. Oh, sorry, the other one was a cow. This is the cat. You're looking up at the ceiling almost. And then arch your back. And then arch it the other way. Oh, that's really good. I find that really good for the small of my back. But anyway, hands out. And we're just going to twist just your torso. Keep your head forward and your pelvis facing forwards, and then back. And then to the other side. Oops, I'm going too far with that arm. And then back. So your arms are in a straight line, always. A straight line there, straight line there. It's just your torso that moves. Like I say, try and keep your hips facing forwards. Whoops. And then after this one, we'll do one more. Whew. I find that quite thingy. I find quite. In fact, we'll just do a bit of shoulder rolling. 1, 2, 3, and then forward for 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Right, we're just going to go through our routine a couple of times just to limber you up a bit. So remember, it's heel dig, out to the side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, out to the side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, out to the side, back, toe tap. Very good. Right, I'm just going to have a quick swig of tea, and then we'll go on to the main body of the exercise. Oh, that was a bit more than a swig. You know when it's just the right temperature and it's just lovely. That was that time. Right, squats. So if you can't do a free squat, like this, like this, you need to do them in the chair. Once you can do this easily, then you can move on to free squats. So you're either sitting in the chair and standing up and sitting down in a controlled manner, or using your arms if you need momentum, or using your hands if you absolutely have to, but sitting down freestyle. Or remember technique, feet hip width apart, Stick your bottom out. Don't let your knees go over your feet like that. It's sitting down without the chair. And then at the top, you have your hands out here as a counterbalance at the top. Just touch your hands behind so that your pelvis moves forward. Are we ready? So I'm not going to go down too far today. Feeling a bit tired for some reason. So we'll go. Remember, stick that bottom out. 1, 2, 3. Keep your knees apart. 4. Don't let your knees come in like that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. Right, the next one, we're going to have a sit down, thank goodness. So, sitting in the chair, sitting at the end of the chair, the edge of the chair. If you don't have bands, do this without the bands, it's fine. So, heels on the floor, feet pulled back. Loop the band around your feet. Try and get it in the instep so that it doesn't ping off your foot. And have quite a bit of tension on there. Don't have it right at the end of your band, because that's just not doing anybody any good at all. Walk your hands down the band, and then sit up nice and straight, keeping your feet firmly, your heels firmly on the floor. I'm moving this because I want you to see what my arms do. We're then, it's a rowing motion, if you remember. So sitting up nice and straight, only your arms that move. And you pull your arms stay close to your side, they come behind you. Try and get those shoulder blades together. If you haven't got a band, just do this action without the band. 1, it's just your arms that move. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't have your arms sort of way out to the side and your hands skim your thighs. 5. That might have been 6, but we're calling it 5. This is 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, well done. We still need the chair. If you can't stand up, I'm afraid this is. Oh yes, if you're unable to stand, if you're in the chair and you're unable to stand, you can do this one sitting down. Put the band under your knees, bring it across and hold it, and then open your feet so that your thighs are parallel. And then when we raise our leg, you open your knees as wide as you can and hold it there until we put our leg down, but only bring it as far as there. Always have your thighs parallel to each other so you're constantly working against the band. For those of you who can stand, should. So remember, the leg goes up just as if it was, not, doesn't turn to the side or anything. It's just up as if it was your arm, it would look like that, and your foot points forward. So, ready? 1, 2, 3. When you bring your leg down, don't put your weight on it. 4, just keep the weight on your static leg. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo, well done. My poor old legs are saying, what are you doing to me today? What are you doing? Right, other side. 1, oh. 2, oh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Woo! 10. Oh, wow. Oh, found that really hard today, I have to say. Just give your legs a bit of a wiggle. Oh, I really felt it there, which means it was doing me a lot of good. We're just going to loosen our arms a bit. So for this one, this is one you can, well, I should have done engaging core at the beginning, but I always forget, don't I? So we're going to engage core for this one. So blow out your breath, pull your navel into your backbone as hard as you can, and then relax it slightly. And you should feel, pull up your pelvic floor. You should feel all these muscles tightening. Okay, and then and breathe, obviously. So we're going to start. We're going to go navel into your backbone, release slightly, and we're just going to alternate our arms. So as one comes up, the other one comes up and behind you. 2, nice and slowly, not fast. 3, I've got more mobility in my right arm than my left. 4, 5, your torso doesn't move backwards and forwards, it stays still. 6, that's why it's good to keep your core engaged. 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. The next thing I'm going to do is have your hands by your sides, and it's the rotating one. So rotate, touch, rotate, back. Last week, or where are we? Wednesday. I got on my knees to show you what my arms were doing at the top of my head, but somebody said they couldn't get on their knees. You stay standing. You stay standing. I'm only going down so that you can see what I'm doing. So rotate, 1, rotate, rotate, rotate. That's 2. Rotate, rotate, 3. Go down here. Rotate, rotate, 4. Rotate, rotate, 5. Rotate, rotate, 6. Rotate, 7. Rotate, rotate, 8. Rotate, rotate, 9. Last one. Rotate. Down. Whew, there you are. Right. The next one is your balancing one. If you're in the chair and you can't stand, you're not going to be able to do this one because you're balancing on your bottom, so you're fine. This one's easier if you engage your core, so we'll do that before we start. But remember, you do your leg up like that and then up a bit further, or straighten it, not both. And if you can only get your leg to there, that's absolutely fine. The aim eventually is to get it parallel to the floor and then straighten it or lift it. But you don't have to get it parallel. If you can't get it parallel, absolutely fine. This is predominantly a balancing exercise. So I don't know how my balance is going to be today. If you breathe out, bring your navel into your backbone and then release slightly. Have the chair there if you need it. If not, try with your hands on your hips. Whoops. I'm not going to be very good at this today. And then up. 1. We'll try 8. Up. Whoops. 2, up, up, 3, up, and up a bit more, 4, up, up, 5, up, up. It's because I'm tired, my balance isn't very good. 6. But it's good to get the body to try and do it when I'm tired. 7, last one, up, up, 8. Oh, this standing on leg business really, really killing my legs, actually. I feel like I've had a good workout today after this. Right, breathe out. Engage core. Concentrate on a spot in front of you. And up, up, down. 1, up, up, 2, up, up, 3. Oh, I've got cramp in my foot. Hang on. Up, up, 4, up, up, 5, up, up, 6, up, oops, up, up, 7, one more, thank goodness, up, up, 8, whoa, that was so well done, really well done. Right, we're going to do the upward row. So those of you who don't have a band, what we're going to do is just hold your thumb with your other hand so that you've got this V in front of you. It should always be a V. And then the object of the exercise is to lift your hands up, but your elbows come first. So you've always got that V. So you're stretching these muscles, actually, pulling up with those muscles. That's falling off my shoulder. So that's the V. It doesn't matter if you can only get to there, that's fine. It's better to get to there and have that V than to get to there and have the V inverted, have it turn into an N or something. Those of you that have bands, take your band, stand on it, make sure it's nice and secure, cross it over so as it's crossed, keep your feet hip width apart, don't you walk, I'm walking so as you can see what my hands are doing, hands together, and then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do 10 of them. So we're going to do 1, 2, make sure you've still got that V, 3, 4, keep your forearm and your hand in a line. If your hand's going like that, because you're trying to go too high, just bring it to there. Where were we up to? 3, 4, 5, 6, don't rock backwards, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, right. Normally what I would do now is to do another squat, but I'm not going to. I'm going to show you, particularly if doing a squat hurts your knees, this is a really good exercise for your thighs, but it won't hurt your knees, hopefully. So you sit fairly well back in the chair, but obviously not sitting back in the chair, using your own muscles, feet at 90 degrees, and all you're doing is just straightening your leg, lifting your foot off the floor and pull your toe back and straightening your leg. And if you feel your thigh, you can feel that muscle has contracted. So in effect, you're using your lower leg like a weight and the thigh is pulling it up. Remember, muscles can only pull, they can't push. Don't use momentum. I see people doing this and they're going, and that is working the thigh, but doing it more slowly and in a controlled fashion gives you better, what does it give you? Better if the results. Right, so we're going to do 10 on each side. So we're going to go up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your thigh doesn't come off the chair. 8. It's not lifting your whole leg. 9. It's just your lower leg. 10. And then the other one. 1. Remember, keep your toe pulled back. 2, 3. Just hold it at the top for a couple of seconds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. Actually, we can stay seated because what we're going to do is move to the edge of the chair, feet at 90 degrees, hands here in front. And remember, we're just going to go and gently touch the back of the chair. So this is, you have to keep your back straight. Don't sort of collapse in like that, because that makes it, can't really see what I'm doing particularly well. There. Let's see if we can see it this way. So you're right, so you're straight. So you're going back straight. Okay, you're not sort of collapsing in like that. So you're having to keep these muscles tight. So we'll engage core. Pull your navel into your backbone. Release slightly. Hands here. And we're going to go back and just touch. 1. Keep your feet on the floor. 2. It's just at the point. 3, where your muscles have to catch you. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. It's just your upper back that touches the floor, the chair. 9. 10. How was that? I can really feel that around there, particularly when I get to there, just before I touch. I can feel it. So now we're going to go back until we're almost, just touch, and then bring it up just slightly. So as you're just a little bit away from it, I'm just going to move my chair because I don't have room to do it there. So you're still sitting on the edge, hands out here, back, touch the back, and then move forward just slightly, just a millimeter, feet at 90 degrees, and you're just going to go 1, 2. You are taking your thigh up a little bit this time. Are you? Oh no, that's right. Sorry. Start like this. Back. Just bring yourself up. And you're going to go 1, 2, 3. You just need to get it horizontal. 4, 5. I can feel it, really feel it here. 6, 7, and at the top of my thighs. 8, 9, 10. Whew. And then back again. touch the chair, slightly off, feet out, heels, toes back. 1, 2, don't touch the back of the chair. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's hard. Do you find that hard? Actually hurts my lower back a little bit. Let me know about that one, because if it hurts your lower back, I'll think about something else to do. Right, we're going to do some side bends, and then we're going to go into the into the routine. Right, so remember, if your hands are over your head, if you can do that. If you've got shoulder problems, don't bother trying to put your hand above your head. But if you put your hand above your head, remember, keep it straight. Don't let it just sort of flop. Okay, so feet slightly wider than hip width, and we're going down. 1. Wow, this is hard today. 2, keep your arms straight, Rosemary. 3, 4, 5, 6. How many should we do? Should we do 8? 7. 8. Whoo-wee. Right, other side. Right, off we go. 1. Oh. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Whew, well done. Right. If you play music, get yourself some music on. If you don't, well, sing to yourself or just follow me. I've got my music going on in my head. So we'll just go through it gently to begin with, to remind you. Back, back, toe, toe. Heel, side, back, toe. Heel, side, back, toe. Got it? Right. Music's in my head. Off we go. Heel, side, back, toe. Heel, side, back, toe. Concentrate. Heel, side, back, toe. Heel, side, back, toe. Heel, side, back, toe. Heel, side, back, toe. One more time. Heel, side, back, toe. I really wish you could play music. Right, that's the end of the class, but we've got the stretches to come, so don't rush off and put the kettle on. So the first stretch, this is going to be really good for my legs after the running. The first stretch is the calf stretch. So get your chair, stand behind your chair, back leg straight, front leg bent, heel on the floor, both heels on the floor, feet pointing, both pointing forwards. And the more you lean forward, the bigger the stretch. So I'm going to give my legs quite a good stretch. And then very gently bend your back knee, and your heel will come off the ground a little bit. And you should feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles. And then swap legs. Remember, make sure your feet are both facing in the same direction. Both heels on the ground. And then very gently bend your back leg. Heel will come off the ground. Feel the stretch going down into your lower calf and your Achilles. Okay, right, we're going to do the quadricep stretch. Those are the big thigh muscles. So those of you that can, grab your shoe, your sock, your heel, your trouser leg, and try and get your knees together and standing up nice and straight. Those of you that can't do that, do this. This is static this is dynamic stretching. And the others are doing static. I'm going to do static today because I've been running and I want to give them a good stretch. But those of you that are doing the dynamic, keep doing that gentle, very gentle leg kicks. And then those, the gentle, the dynamic people keep going. Static stretching people, do your other knee, your other leg. Okay, right. Need the chair again. Hamstring stretch, the big muscles on the back of your leg. Sitting on the edge of the chair. I'll move back a bit in case my feet disappear from view. Sitting on the back of the chair. 1 foot forward, one leg, sorry. Legs at 90, knees at 90 degrees, sitting up nice and straight. One forward, pull the toe back, sitting up nice and straight. Lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. Oh. Oh. Okay, and then, oh, I'm dizzy. We'll do the other one. Sitting up nice and straight from the hips, not from the waist. Oh, okay. Right. So, standing up, arms out, palms forward, and it's round the old oak tree. So your arms are like that, not like that, but at shoulder height. And you're sort of pulling out to the side and dip your head. This is to get those big muscles at the top of your back across your shoulders. Okay, and if you can, interlock your fingers behind your back. If you can't get your hands interlocked, try and get your elbows, just get your elbows as near together as you can. If you can interlock your fingers, pull your arms away from your back so that you're getting a nice stretch across your chest. Okay. We're just going to move one arm across our body. Don't twist your body, your torso, everything stays facing forwards apart from your arm. Put your hand just above your elbow and just push. You're sort of pushing and pulling, you're sort of pulling it across your body. If you've got any problems with your shoulders, this might be painful. And if it is, don't do it. Don't try and do it. Don't try and modify it. Just don't do it. Pain is never a good sign. If you keep gently doing all the shoulder stuff we're doing, your shoulders should improve. And if you've got a frozen shoulder, switch arms. If you've got a frozen shoulder, just very gentle exercise hopefully will work it loose. You know, if you're undoing a nut, you don't just force it because you might shatter it. You wiggle it, you oil it. And that's the same with joints. You need to just gently mobilize them. Okay? Right. Neck. So sitting in the chair, you can sit normally in the chair, but don't use the back. Remember, always use your own muscles to support yourself. Just dip your head. Put your hand on your crown and just don't push, but just let the weight of your hand push your head down. And then look up. We're going to introduce one new thing here. Just look at the ceiling. I hate doing this. And then bring your head normal. Then we're going to turn the head to the left. Just note where your chin is in relation to your shoulder. Don't move your shoulder, it's just your head that moves. And then we're going to put the hand on a chin. Try and turn your head back to the center, but resist with this hand. Resist and keep the tension going. And then relax totally and see if you can turn your head a little further. And then bring your head back to the center. And then turn the other way. Hand on your chin. Turn your head. Try and turn your head back to the center. Resist with your hand so that you've got a lot of tension in your neck. And then relax totally and see if you can turn your head just slightly further. Hold it there for a couple of more seconds. And then bring it back to the center. Now remember, there's no class on Monday. No class on Monday. Not a class on Monday. Okay? Oh, well done, Elizabeth. You got the routine for the first time. Whee! Yeah, my tea was lovely. I'm just about to make another one, Nuala. Right. I think that's all I've got to say on the subject. And I will see you on Wednesday. Okay? Oh, a nice cup of tea and a sit down. Bye.